about it. I said they need to change the 20-minute, make it a week earlier. That's the only solution. You know? Why do we have to be the same weekend as, why does it have to be this weekend? So.
How seriously now versus 5 years ago when Paige entered your program, do you see her protecting her body, strengthening her body? It's been like a transformation on that front, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Every high school player that comes to college, and I don't know how it is other places, but comes to Connecticut after their freshman year, they understand if I don't make some changes, it's not going to work out for me here. And a lot of that has to do with how do you take care of your body. The sleep that you need, the nutrition. It was still, Skittles is not. Forget what you might think. Skittles is not a healthy breakfast. Working out and working out smart are two different things. What do you do when you're not working out is just as important as what you do when you are working out. What do you do when you're not at school and there's not someone there, right? So I see Paige now on her own. Like I'll walk into the fitness room in the hotel and she'll be there by herself with a mat, doing what she knows she needs to do. Freshman year, Paige was in the gym every single minute of every day. One day I walked in there, she had her pajama bottoms on, flip-flops, and she's out there shooting. I said, either come out here and work out or go to bed. Don't do half of one, half of the other. But for her, being there, that's where my life is. Well, just like every other kid, if you want this to go on a long time, then you better do the other stuff. And she's doing it. God bless her. I'm proud of her.
When you talk about Paige not feeling the pressure to have to do everything, but like doing it because she can, or playing more free, like what are the things you're seeing, I guess even compared to last year, that like make that she's playing a little bit more free, a little bit more present, not having all that weight on her? Like what does that look like when she's doing that?
Well, there's been instances, you probably saw them a lot in the Oklahoma game, or even, back with the South Dakota State game, where every single opportunity that she could take advantage of, she did. Whereas there's been too many times where maybe she wasn't looking for it, those opportunities, was just content to let it play its course, or had the opportunity and decided to pass it up. And now those opportunities, she doesn't pass up. She did something the other day that I've been trying to get her to do for 4 years. She had the ball like 2 feet outside the three-point line, and the kid was standing there. And normally Paige watches too much TV. She would like go between her legs and do this stuff to show everybody how cool she is. And I would keep saying to her, listen, they just threw you the ball, you're right here. Stare that kid right in the face as soon as you catch it and shoot it. And she did, and she made a three. And I thought to myself, fine. I mean, like, why do we need to screw around? Why do you have to show everybody what you can do and give the other team a chance now? Because they had no chance when you first caught it. So it's just like little things like that, trying to be less of a perfectionist is what I'm trying to get her to do. Be less of a perfectionist. Be okay taking a bad shot here. Don't be so married to the, efficiency page.
What issues, Lauren, what are the main issues, Lauren, that's trying to guard her or the way she defends?
I think trying to guard her obviously is, hey, we came here with Kara and I thought it's impossible for us to lose. When you got a weapon like that, you got something nobody else has. It doesn't matter what's going on the offensive end. When it all breaks down and you really need a bucket bad, you got something nobody else has. And that's what they have. So that poses the biggest problem. Down at the other end, yes, that's an issue, but not as big an issue as how easily they can get a bucket when they need one.
you feel like there's a different energy about this team at this point in the season than maybe last year when it was such a roller coaster season to get to this point?
I think the end of last season, obviously, we were a tired team because they had played so many minutes, during the course of the year to get us here. I think we're more rested. I mean, I think Paige averaged 38 minutes a game last year. I think it was 29, 30 this year. That adds up, So, yeah, maybe we're more well-rested, more energetic, more mentally fresh, as well as physically fresh. So, hopefully that'll play out.
Paige said on the podium, it feels like anything less than a national championship is a disappointment at this point. How do you kind of help them navigate that wanting it badly enough versus kind of not wanting it so badly you get tight?
Well, that's the dilemma that you have. You can't say, you can. It's just another game. No, it's not. And you can't say, well, not winning it doesn't really change your legacy, who you are. But if you're Paige and you don't think like that, there's nothing I can do to change that. So I think maybe the healthiest thing is acknowledging it, and then what's the definition of courage? It's not being afraid, right? It's grace under fire. It's being able to perform under the biggest pressure when you are scared that it might be over, that, what if we lose, blah, 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 all that stuff. And that's why the great ones are so exalted, because not all of us, hardly any of us, have that ability to perform like that under those circumstances.
Geno, can you